We are tonight racing in the Nations Cup. Everyone's sort of banged onto the Mazda in this one, the RX Vision GT3 concept. So we've followed like a little sheep and see how we go. I haven't really done many laps tonight, unfortunately. We've gone for the D1 GP Ayosho. His livery there on the Mazda, so that is looking pretty suave. We've got 16 seconds till this group is about to erupt, and we'll see what sort of position we can get into. So I haven't really done much practice on this guy. As you can see on the right hand side there, the Capitan, the Captain Muffin, he's out in front of 54. These are just my couple of friends. Ando's in front. There we are, Diego, Max Gas, Mega Wang, TJ or Toe Jam, Smitty, Rascal Rabbit. He's another fellow streamer out there. So we're joining the session. We're going to see what we're up against, and Mr. McEwen didn't get such a great run in the first race, I think, so he's back in again. It's not a bad split. So done bugger all practice, so this is going to be quite interesting. Considering we're a couple of seconds off the sort of pace of the front runners. That's alright, we'll have a bit of a crack tonight and see how we go. This is just the first little bit there where we get to you see most of the field's got the Mazda RX Mazda concept there. There's the OP car for this event. Tricky little track, this one. Normally runs the other way, so not much I've done much laps on. A couple of big split guys out in front, Metal Gear Solid. Dylan Lindgren is another quick guy, A.E. McEwen, so we'll expect to see those sort of three up the top. Expect to see me sort of fighting mid-pack, I'd say. A tricky section of corners here. I reckon this is where the race will be won and lost through here. Switching a couple of live stream with the first split. Get a little bit of insight to what everyone's up to. Like I said, bugger all time on this track. And this little Mazda concept is not the easiest to get around this track. This is another difficult corner. This is our warm-up complete. As you can see, a couple of guys out there with some pretty terrible internet connections going on. So we are basically place 13th, so that means that's our sort of grid position, our sort of rating, I guess you could say, with 13th. So we'll see how we go. We've got a 5-minute qualifier stepping up. She's going to be Mazda, I would say. Nice little traffic jam there to start off with out of the pits is always fun. Just going to ease it around the track. As I say that, get a little bit tail happy on the grass there. Superstar 03, you can just wait. Corey Hack's a pretty quick operator, so he's actually done a couple of races in the community series of S1. Don't know why old mate just started again, but he's obviously after a bit of clear air. It's fair enough. Way too deep under there, big fella. Get off the gas, don't get a penalty, back on. Corey Axe can get, there's that tail happiness I've been talking about. It's just getting held up by Ridwan F1, so we will hopefully slide back up into his slipstream after these couple of corners here. Once again, I don't like getting too close, but I feel it's going to be a slipstream party, this one, so just use Corey Hack as a bit of a carrot, see how we go. It's a pretty terrible first corner, you normally take that 5th gear. Lost a bit of time in that split. That's it. Nice run through there. Need to use more of that ripple strip, so I lost a little bit of time there. Now running the racing mediums tonight, so they're a little bit more durable. Actually a lot of fun, that little part going the other way, but not so much that way. It's pretty nice back there. So hello to our first field of this evening. We are the GT Nations Gran Turismo Sport PS4. We are using the CSL Elite Fanatec gear. We're in qualifying mode as we speak. The first lap wasn't the best, but not expecting too much out of this one tonight. Bugger all practice. We've been at work all day, so I'm just going to have a bit of fun in this one. Look at that, 55. 55, well done. Oh dear. Please don't get a time cut there. Please don't get a time cut there. Oh, fuck. Oh, 2.5 seconds off the pace. This lap is useless. We're in the Mazda Concept. It's not really a car that I've had much time in. It's meant to be the car for tonight. So we jumped in, had a bit of go. And absolutely terrible qualifying. I think in practice a 1:56 is about as good as we got, and that still probably a couple of good seconds off the quick guys, so definitely not a good track or much practice on. real point on this lap with that time second penalty there for cutting the chicane in one of those corners. Just going to finish the lap off. 17th now, so hopefully we don't come last. 18th. Dylan Lindgren's in 20th, so I'd say we're probably going to get 19th, which is not fantastic. 155. Anyway. Free Licks and Dylan Lindgren. I'd be surprised if Dylan Lindgren doesn't improve on his lap time. It's one of the quick guys, and there you go. I reckon he's straight up near the top there. So 5th, that's 7/10 off, so a bit of pressure on him there, but Metal Gear Solid 55.3. A.E. McEwen 600s just behind him. And Kappa Kong had a pretty good battle with Kappa Kong last series in the Manufacturers Championship. So he was in the Aston, I was in the Aston, so I think he got the better of me there, but that was a really good series and a really good fight between us. So we're not really expecting much. As I said, we're in the FIA Nations Cup. I've been at work all day, so the concentration and the speed's not really there tonight, but we'll have a crack and see where we end up. I'm pretty sure it's just 14 laps straight, no pits, but we'll see what happens sort of around the 7 lap mark. Obviously 14 lap, we'll see what happens in the halfway point, but 57.755, that is pretty gross. So Autodrome Lego Magicor. Dear. This is a series run by Gran Turismo Sport for Nations Cup. Is obviously Nations, so it's Australia v Australia, and they battle it out to find the top 10, and those guys have a hectic battle to find the top sort of couple, and then that happens all across the nation: Japan, Germany, Britain, Brazil, France, and lots of other countries out there. So and then they all battle it out to see who is the Supremo. Unfortunately, that is not me. We've got a standing start tonight. It's good to see the Renault there on the pole by Metal Gear. So we did do a lot of practice in the Supra. It's still a lot more stable car, but not as fast. But there's Kappa Kong in the FT1, so that was another option, but we never did any laps in that guy. Right now it looks like we'll just have a plethora of the RX version, a Mazda concept. Thirsty Ho, hello Thirsty Ho. I was actually looking for a bit of an anime theme tonight, but I couldn't find one that I like, so we did end up going with the D1 GP. It's normally the S14 of Dai Yosho. If you're ever into the drifting in Japan, This would be one of the most famous sort of liveries out there. There's another FT1, so that was definitely an option out there. As you can see, we're still going through all the Mazdas. I may as well just call it a one race make tonight, and just going for the Mazda maybe. And there we are, 19th, one of my worst sort of qualifying positions I've ever had, so... Get ready for the green. We'll just bang a bit of traction control on. So get 5 lights out. We'll wait for the 5th light and then we're away. Someone's jumped the start already. Ooh, off traction control. Get the radar on. This is hectic already. We've already had a couple behind us, so we've gained a few positions early. Bedlam here. Here goes another couple of positions. Biff and barge. Biff. Yeah, nice, mate. Thanks. Nice. It's definitely a saved replay moment, that one. We did get a bit of a good start, but unfortunately pushed wide by impatient a-holes. Unfortunately, that is the Gran Turismo life. And Coriax had a terrible start there. Just settle down, we'll make sure we make our corners. And we will start picking them up, I reckon. Oop. Hopefully that's not caused. Yes, it is. I knew that would be it. Alright. So for ignoring the track limits, we now have a half-a-second penalty, which they normally place the penalty marker right in one of the worst spots. So as you can see, we are making ground, but we're going to lose it again, unfortunately. Thanks to getting punted in the first couple of corners there. We are now way down the back. Casualty there, we're going to try and slide up under. Well, we didn't let us slide up under, so we'll just get a better run out of the corner, use the slipstream, put up over the hill, and slide it up the inside here. That was a silly move. Was never going to work for him. And unfortunately, I'm going to have to let him go. Maybe not. We'll just watch ourselves on the track limits from now on. Pardon me, sorry. See if we can bridge this gap, but a little bit too deep on into the brakes there. Saved it. Doesn't really make me go any faster. Old mate's gonna try and give me a whack, I would say. Decent run out of there, leave it in third, hit the apex. Probably the best run I've had, as you can see we pulled a bit of time. Best run I've had out of that corner complex. As I say, that run nice and wide out of there, onto the grass, down the gears. Missed the hairpin apex once again. And lets the Jester back on his tail. What's he gonna do? You can just sit there. And Jester in the iron mask. Horrible bunch of corners to get right, that one. The braking right this time. There we go. Well, I thought that was pretty good, but still didn't manage to brake away that much. Alright, here we go. I think we might be gaining just a little bit, but obviously that start was horrendous. Loving that outside line there. It's not really fast, but as you can see, we let the mask past. And the Jester on the tail again. So what do we got going on? Rear brake bias, we might keep that there. It's not really working. The car's not really working. If we didn't play to work together a little bit, I reckon we could catch these gaggle in front, so we might just you can go over the dirty side, Mr. Mask. There is tyre debris over that side. As you can see, he's run it wide because of that tyre debris. Jester's giving me a tap. Once again catching the guy in front, so let's get some laps together. Just watch this corner here, up on the ripple strip, nice then. On the make it, on the brakes, in the apex, come on, missed the apex again. hit that gravel. Tricky little track. I love it the other way, but this way is definitely not one of my favourites. We're having a bit of a crack. Still a long way to go. Yellow flag, always good to see. It's always interesting. You don't know if they're going to unfade in front of you, whether you can just squeeze by them. Definitely put a lap together there, nearly half a second up from our fastest. Using the first gear sort of rear compression knock up there to get the car turned in. Hit that corner really nicely. Another yellow flag, another opportunity. Definitely gaining the car in front now. I think he was a second off my qualifying time, this guy in front, so I'd hope to sort of catch him pretty quickly. Still not hitting the apex on that hairpin. Tyre life, we're nearly halfway through this race and tyre life is looking pretty good. Check fuel after we get through this little section. Even with that little bit of horrible exit out of that corner, we're still 300s up on that lap. Really pushing the track limits to try and catch this guy. Definitely just can't sort of bang the accelerator on flat out around the corners. It's got a little bit of game physics to it, which is kind of good. You got me there. We have our second view of the evening, so welcome. Thanks for joining Diego's Racing Live eSport channel. We are currently racing the Nations Cup GT Sport PS4 division. And a bit of fun. Not really a track or a car I've done much practice with, but we did get a pretty decent start. Finally got a bit of that apex there. Did a fairly decent start for all the chaos, and then unfortunately got taken out. So had a couple of good battles with the guys behind us there to get past. I'm catching up to 3 licks, so we'll just ride his bumper, try and force a mistake. Obviously the outside is not somewhere you want to be, but the inside is where you want to go. Thank you, Mr. Freelix. I'm just going to ride off his slipstream for a little bit. There's a bit of fun through there, a little bit of a nudge, sorry mate. Once again, there's no room on the outside, and that has let the guys behind us catch up. Not really the way you wanted to go there, but anyway. That's right, you can have the inside, but we've still got that outside. Once again, nice and forceful. But good little battle anyway. Good, try and get a good run out of this hairpin. He's in the slipstream, so that's a problem. We did get the run, but he's got the slipstream, so that killed that run. Just another little flat-out combo through this quick chicane. Not something I like whatsoever. Just got to keep it tight there. Tight there. Late apex there. And bring it in, bring it in. Come on, come on. There you go. Outside. We've got to get a bit of speed. The outside's not a good spot. We leave in the room, we left in the room, you better leave us the room, which he did, thank you Iron Mask, always respectful. So Free Licks has got a half a second penalty. And also got another half a second penalty through that, so hopefully I didn't cause him. Nice move up the inside, Diogo, there you go. Let's get onto this as Jester for fucking rounding me off. So we went side by side through this corner. I had the line up the inside. Was it this? No, it was the next section of S's, sorry. And he thought he could go too wide. I didn't. Well, you want to try that? That's fine. It's going to end up not going your way, which was what happened. So we another forceful dive back past from the Jester. Five laps to go, 16th spot. Cell going on behind us. I'm glad I got rid of those guys. So once again, bugger all practice for this race tonight. Actually forgot it was on, so I missed the first split, which is always the biggest point round. And then you get the desperados like myself, trying to make up points. So as long as we can keep away from the crazy battle pack behind us and get this guy, that's my race goal. Back to 14th, so we started 13th. There's a huge battle pack in front of us, so you never know, someone might make a bit of a oopsie and tyres are definitely starting to get worn. And it was a pretty decent exit. See if we can catch up a little bit. We lost a little bit of time in the first sector to the Jester. Seemed to be a little bit quicker through here. Seven of the guys back, so 4 laps to go. Keep to those guys. Let's get this Jester. Depends what the pit lane time frame was, but if it was the old pit lane time frame, I reckon everyone would have been in for a pit stop. But because they've added time now to try and get away with the quick one-stoppers, in some spots but slower in the others, but unfortunately overall the Jester might have us. But never say never. As I said, there's a pretty big gaggle battle pack in front of us too, probably 5-10 up the road. One mistake from those guys and it might give us just jumping into our 12th lap now, 2-minute lap times down from a 1:58.4 is the quickest. Once again, never give up. Bit of a late call up once again tonight, so not that great a result. I guess we'll get some points on the board, I guess, but when you're talking the top guys, they are in their own little world, unfortunately. So we'll see, normally in the last couple of laps, that's when all the desperado moves start to happen. I've just made up a little bit of time on the Jester through that section. the best exit out of the last corner. As you can see, as I said, the last couple of laps, that's when all the desperado move starts happening. So you can see it's actually catching up to the guys in front. Unfortunately, I reckon we'll be running out of laps. So we rated 13th in this split, qualified 19th, got up to, I don't know, maybe about 12th after the start, and then taken out by one of these red cars in front. So we fought our way back from pretty much last, second last I think it was again, back up to 16th, but once you sort of lose those numbers, and you're not punching the times out of the guys that are in front. So those guys are obviously battling pretty hard and slowing themselves down, which is good for me, but hold on to her, sunshine. But, too little too late, unfortunately. Just a little bit of opposite lock there. Nothing that the last lap won't be throwing at us. And quick, I did like that line through the last corner there. Last lap, yellow flags. There we go, and it's Corey Hack too. Oh no, he's come unstuck, as I said. That's what happens on the last lap. So we're up to 16th from 17th. A little bit excited about that one, and fortunate for Corey, but just keep it on the black stuff and some of that red and white stuff, and take that position. And as you can see, we are catching up to those guys in front, but this is the last lap. Gained a couple of tenths and then lost a couple of tenths on this is not the Jester. Not really any point in looking back. One more lap, we might have had a bit of a dice, but 15th, we got 15th, we started 13th. That's for done and dusted for split 2 of Autodromo Magicore GP2. So these normally goes the other way, that track. I haven't spent much time really going this way. I wasn't really quick on the couple of laps of practice I did, but a bit disappointing really. It would have been a good battle up there in the top sort of 10. Obviously the guys out in front are ballistically cyborgish. We did start 19th, we finished 15th, scored 120 points. We're going to have a short break and we'll see you guys soon.